everyone! Now I apologize for how late this is, but we finally have part 3 of the top 91 Super Mario Galaxy series. Now I've had a rough past few weeks, but I'm starting to feel better now. I don't want to talk too much about my personal life on this channel though, because we talk about Mario. So today we're going to get into the real meat and potatoes of this list. Some real good galaxies. We're going to go through number 51 through 31 as I missed a number in the last video. I was being stupid and hopefully that doesn't happen again this time. So without further ado, let's get started. At number 51 we have Seaslide Galaxy. The missions themselves aren't particularly memorable, as there is the going after Guppy and the race against the little penguins, both of which are pretty easy. The 5 silver stars level will take you some time though, and you'll really have to sort of explore everywhere and travel far to find the 5 stars. It's a nice relaxing mission, and there's also a purple coin mission that takes a really long time. So you'll be spending a lot of time at Seaslide, but hey, at least the music and atmosphere are both enjoyable. You can't go wrong with a nice day at the beach, and the music definitely has that mood. At number 50 we have Twisty Trials Galaxy. Now, Nathaniel Bandy may have ranked this really low, but I have a couple reasons to like this galaxy. For one, it involves some pretty fun jumping and platforming. This platforming is only enhanced by the Cloud Flower, one of my favorite power-ups ever. And of course, the music is that epic remix of the original Mario Bros. Theme that I am such a fan of. You know, the same one from Supermassive Galaxy. You also get to use Yoshi in the Prankster Comet when the platforms are spinning twice as fast. Yes, it's quite a short level, and it's kind of devoid of any spectacular atmosphere, but it still does some things quite well, I think. At number 49, we have Boulder Galaxy. This is the mission that introduces the Rock Mushroom, and while it's not one of my favorite power-ups, it's certainly not a bad one either. And introducing it through bowling pins certainly gets you the general idea of how it works. You get to roll over a bunch of pink Octo Goombas, roll over a bunch of crabs, roll over the Rollo-Dillo dude. Basically, you just roll over a lot of stuff throughout these missions. And you also return a Goomba to Gearmo because Gearmo just likes those little critters or something like that. The music is pretty solid, atmosphere is solid, basically this whole galaxy I can't really complain about. Nothing's too special either, but nothing too bad. At number 48, we have Deep, Dark Galaxy. Those are some rather fitting adjectives to describe these missions, as they are both deep and dark. The whole atmosphere just has a spooky vibe and spooky music to it. Except, of course, for that little planet where you just blast through a bunch of Octo Goombas. Now, the missions aren't too easy either, such as the Daredevil run against Camilla. And for some reason, I find it a pain to defeat that Boo in the one secret star, because I can't time the jump with the bubble right. But eventually, you'll get through all of it. And yes, there's also the purple coin mission, but honestly, it's not too difficult, it's just time consuming. I find it rewarding beating these levels, but also slightly frustrating. At number 47, we have Spindig Galaxy. This one is kinda like Boulder Bowl, similar atmosphere, exact same music, except the power-up used is slightly different. The good old spin drill, and yes, I find it quite satisfying to spin my way from one side of a planet to the other side. And yes, I'm also curious all these years later about how Nintendo was once exploring a spin drill mechanic on Mario Kart. Anyway, you get to the boss fight against Dig-a-Leg and he's pretty easy. And of course you also have the 5 silver stars mission, another chill and easy mission. It's what you expect from a World 1 level, but the power-up introduced is pretty cool. At number 46, we have Flip Out Galaxy. Basically the more clever and much more difficult version of Flip Swap Galaxy. After all, this level has something that Flip Swap doesn't, and that's wicked wall jumping. Yes, you gotta shake your Wii remote to change red and blue platforms, while also worrying about wall jumping at the exact same time. It's kinda tricky, but it's doable. Where it gets really hard is in the Prankster Comet, where all those cosmic clones show up. Oh god, is that a pain. But hey, I guess it's just preparing you for the galaxy that would come up afterwards. But really, nothing can prepare you for that. At number 45, we have Honeyhive Galaxy. Now I love B Mario, so I can't rank the B levels too low, even if their missions are really simple like in this one. Now this is the OG Bee mission, being that it's the first one in the original Super Mario Galaxy game. You have a mission that leads you to Queen Bee, you know, the one who stole a character roster spot from Waluigi in Mario Kart 7. I'm not bitter about that, not at all. You also have a fairly long purple coin mission where you get to explore around a lot, and a mission against the evil cosmic clones, though it's a lot easier than the mission I just talked about. The music is the same as all the B levels we'll eventually talk about. It's a nice chill theme for a nice chill level. At number 44, we have Bowser's Lava Lair. So now we're getting into some Bowser levels, and his Lava Lair has a very fitting title considering in a world full of fire bars, lava balls, platforms that flip over, womps, etc. Let's just say it gets pretty lava-ish. Your first boss battle against Bowser in Galaxy 2 here. Now, it isn't particularly difficult, but it gives you a taste of the more difficult boss battles up ahead. The atmosphere is more epic than the Bowser Jr. levels I talked about in the last episode in terms of its music and its fieriness. We still have some better Bowser levels ahead, so stay tuned. At number 43, we have Slip Sand Galaxy. Now, this may be pretty high for a lot of people, but hear me out. The early section may be kind of strange as you're slowly trudging through the sand and these chickens with bombs are trying to get you. I don't even know what those things are called and I'm not sure I want to know. But the really cool part is when you descend down the sand spitting out of the pyramid, you have to dodge all these things that want to knock you off course, and it's really kind of exhilarating. Now, I've been knocked off once or twice playing through here, but I don't even get that mad because I just love the rush of this pyramid section. I also love how it keeps getting narrower. And the boss fight against Squizzard is kind of easy, but it certainly gets ramped up a bit in the Daredevil run. Overall, Slip Sand is a pretty underrated galaxy in my opinion. At number 42, we have Bowser's Star Reactor. Now, this is the first Bowser fight in Super Mario Galaxy, and of course we also just went over the first Bowser fight in Galaxy 2. Now, both galaxies are pretty similar, though this one's atmosphere is just a bit cooler. With fireballs, angry thwomps, and changing gravity, you can't really go wrong. The boss fight against Bowser is similarly easy, but the path to getting him is cool, as the ground quickly crumbles away and you have to be on the move to get him. The music is basically the same as the Bowser level we just talked about earlier, very intense and very awesome. At number 41, we have Honeybloom Galaxy. So yes, B levels and Bowser levels are certainly a theme so far. Now, this is the first B level in Galaxy 2, and I actually kind of like the 2D atmosphere seen here a bit better than the open world one we talked about in Honeyhive. Now, I feel like a 2D type atmosphere fits B Mario well, as you scale up platforms by using his B powers. And the level is just a little bit more pretty as well as you scale through flowers, clouds, avoid those weird flying dudes, and eventually you'll get the star. Also, we can't ignore how the hidden star in this galaxy may be one of the easiest in the entire Galaxy series. I ranked it at number 2 in my top easiest stars list. That may have been a mistake. Only Luigi on the roof may be easier. At number 40, we have Battle Rock Galaxy. This level very much feels like a Galaxy level. You're out in space on a moving platform and stuff is trying to knock you off course, but you can't let it happen. Eventually in this main mission you get a bullet bill to break apart some glass and the star is yours. The music has that epic outer space type feel to it, though not quite as epic as a buoy bass. It feels like a less epic version of that song, to be honest. You also have missions against the Top Man tribe here, where you have to electrocute little spinning things. There's also a Daredevil run with those, and it's pretty easy. At number 39, we have Haunty Halls Galaxy. Now, I've never been the biggest fan of ghost levels in Mario games, but this is a pretty big exception right here. The thing about ghost levels are that they always disorient me and I have a terrible sense of direction personally, but this level is pretty linear and I like its atmosphere. There's lots of moving platforms that you have to be careful on, a giant boo that appears briefly, and hey, there's even the homie Yosh to guide you through the dark. The bulb berry is used at the end of this mission rather than just as sort of a one-trick pony with Sweet Mystery Galaxy. There's another Cosmic Clone challenge here, but I don't remember it being particularly difficult, so this galaxy is on my good side. At number 38, we have Bowser's Dark Matter Plant. No, we are not done with Bowser yet. We're getting into some of the more cleverly designed Bowser boss fights, specifically those with changing gravity. And not only is there changing gravity here, there's dark matter, as the mission title suggests. So while you're being disoriented by going up, down, left, and right, you also gotta dodge the dark matter and not drown into the swamp. To be honest, this is harder than the boss fight against Bowser. As we all know, it doesn't get that hard against Bowser until the ending boss fight. And even then, it's not really that difficult. At number 37, we have Chompworks Galaxy. While it shares the dull music that Flipsville has, I gotta give it credit for the clever level design here. The goal is to lead various chain chomp balls to break apart stuff for you so you can move to different sections. You travel across flip swap platforms, and the atmosphere is just so cool as you can look around the sky and kind of see what's going on ahead of you. Of course, the biggest challenge is getting the gold chomp in at the end to get the star, and the cosmic clone mission doesn't make that any easier. But it's all a rewarding challenge. The only not rewarding challenge is the one mission with the frickin' spring mushroom. At number 36, we have Fluffy Bluff Galaxy. Now I know this level is really easy, World 1, blah blah blah. It introduces the Cloud Flower, so therefore it's epic. The atmosphere and music, both great stuff, some of the best we've covered so far. There's plenty of beautiful clouds and trees. It's the kind of galaxy that would make Bob Ross proud. Yes, I know many of the jumps with the Cloud Flower are easy, and skilled players can pretty much beat the galaxy without even using the Cloud Flower, and I think even I can probably do that. But hey, can we at least appreciate the awesome atmosphere and also appreciate that cool chimp challenge as well? At number 35, we have Freezy Flake Galaxy. It's a very winter-themed level with lots and lots of snow. So how do we get that? How do we get through that? We get through that through the Fire Flower, of course. Mario gets to utilize that a lot, including to eventually rip through a giant statue of Bowser. Eventually get to a lava planet where there's another giant statue of Bowser to get through. And of course there's a secret chimp challenge in this level, one of my favorites, the skating one. And I don't know how Nathaniel Bandy ranked this as one of the hardest. It was a solid challenge, but nothing too bad. I'm talking about the chimp challenge. So overall, I love the wintry atmosphere here. It's nostalgic and it makes me think of snow days when I was a kid. At number 34, we have Bowser's Gravity Gauntlet. So finally we have our final Bowser level, of this video at least. And this is the coolest one yet, as it explores gravity in a real interesting and disorienting way. You'll be walking upside down, right side up, basically spending a lot of time defying gravity and dodging fireballs. Oh, and also swimming, but the swimming feels more epic when dodging fireballs. The Bowser boss fight is more of the same in terms of what we talked about earlier, but the overall level design is the coolest we've talked about yet. And I should mention that the speedrun here is kind of tricky, but it may just be because I suck at speedruns. At number 33, we have Dreadnought Galaxy. Now this galaxy is very similar to Battle Rock, just executed a bit better. It has that deep outer space theme full of changing gravity, cannons shooting at you, all that good stuff. And of course it has the Revenge of the Top Man tribe, but just like earlier, they're pretty easy to defeat. So as the title suggests, dread them not. But do dread the garbage dump mission because my god is it one of the hardest in the game. Harder than lighting the boxes on fire, it's that bad. But overall, Dreadnought has great platforming atmosphere and music. At number 32, we have Clockwork Ruins Galaxy. Now here is a fitting World 6 level with clever challenging and platforms up ahead of you. There's lots of moving gears to traverse through, as well as a 2D section where you change the gravity, while also removing a lot of ground beneath you. I find that quite epic. Eventually hop back inside moving gears and make the leap towards the star. It's really one of the longest first missions, and I didn't even quite cover everything in there, but it's a whole lot of neat platforming that makes the level quite rewarding. The music also has a nice groove to it, especially when it builds up to the whole da-na-na-na-na-na-na. You know what I mean. And finally at number 31, we have Toy Time Galaxy. This level is full of bright and vibrant colors. There's incredibly clever level design as you spin to detach screws in the various toys. The music is that awesome Mario Bros remix I talked about earlier. There's so much to love about this level. This should be in the top 10. Why is this not in the top 10? Oh. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It's the frickin' spring mushroom. And you know what? There's part of the level early on where you don't even need the spring mushroom, as I figured that out while replaying it today. But in any case, even the spring mushroom can't ruin the epicness of scaling up the robot at the end. Other missions include the super cool birthday cake and the super cruel Luigi's purple coins. But overall, the clever level design, great atmosphere, fun music, I think that certainly makes up for the horrible spring mushroom and makes this one of the most solid galaxies we've talked about so far.